People decide how seriously to take you before you finish your first sentence. Not because they have already judged your intelligence, but because your opening words reveal whether your thinking is clear. You can have a great idea and still sound uncertain. You can be completely right and still lose the room. And sometimes the problem is not what you said. It is what you said first. You have probably seen this happen in a meeting. One person speaks for 2 minutes, and everyone immediately understands the issue. Another person talks for 10 minutes, explains the background, adds every detail, and somehow the room still feels confused. The difference is usually not confidence or intelligence. It is order. Imagine a marketing team reviewing an ad campaign. One employee says, "I recommend pausing this campaign. Customer acquisition cost increased by 42% over the last 2 weeks, but conversion did not improve. I have 2 lower cost tests ready, and we can launch one today." The manager immediately asks to see the alternatives. The conversation moves toward a decision. Another employee sees the same problem, but says, "Sorry to jump in. I was just wondering if maybe we should take another look at the campaign. I'm not completely sure, but I feel like it may not be working as well as we expected." The employee is being polite, but nobody knows what they actually want. Should the company pause the campaign, reduce the budget, or wait another week? The first person gave the conclusion, the evidence, and the next step. The second person apologized, softened the message, and buried the point under uncertainty. That is why some people can move a conversation forward in 3 sentences, while others talk for 10 minutes and still hear, "Let's come back to this later." Effective communication usually follows one simple order. Say the point, prove the point, and show the next move. Most people do the opposite. They begin with background, explain how they feel, soften the message, and save the actual point for the end. But while they are building up to the conclusion, the listener is already wondering, what exactly do you want me to understand? Many people communicate this way because they are afraid of sounding rude, aggressive, or difficult. They begin with phrases like, "Sorry to bother you, I was just wondering," or "Maybe this is a stupid question." These phrases sound harmless, but repeated over time, they teach people to treat your idea as less important before they have even heard it. Clarity is not aggression. Saying, "I recommend delaying the launch by 1 week," is not rude. Saying, "I disagree because there are 2 major risks," is not a personal attack. Clear communication simply tells people what they need to evaluate. The first step is to lead with the conclusion. Say, "I recommend pausing this project." That sentence immediately tells the listener what conversation they are in. The second step is to support the conclusion with evidence. Evidence is not, "I have a bad feeling," or "I personally don't like it." Useful evidence sounds like, "The project is already 18% over budget," or "4 of our last 5 customers raised the same concern." You are no longer asking someone to trust your mood. You are giving them information they can judge. The third step is to make the next move clear. Do not simply announce that something is wrong. Say, "The current process is delaying delivery. We have 2 options. The first keeps the budget flat, but delays the launch by 1 week. The second protects the deadline, but requires additional budget. I recommend the second option." Now you are not handing someone another problem. You are giving them a decision. This order matters in sales too. A weak sales call usually begins with the salesperson introducing the company, listing its experience, and describing every feature. Meanwhile, the customer is thinking, "Why should I care?" A stronger opening would be, "We may be able to reduce your logistics costs by 12% within 90 days. Now the customer wants to know how. You can explain the evidence and then offer a clear next step. "I can walk you through the analysis in 15 minutes. Would Tuesday morning or Tuesday afternoon work better?" The order is simple. Outcome, proof, action. Good sales is not about proving how impressive your company is. It is about showing the customer what problem you can solve. The same principle applies when asking for a raise. Many people enter a performance review and spend several minutes explaining how grateful they are. They mention the budget, apologize for bringing up money, and make the request sound uncomfortable before they have even made it. A clearer version is, "I'd like to discuss a 10% compensation adjustment. Over the past year, the accounts I manage grew revenue by 24%, and I took responsibility for 2 projects outside my original role. I have prepared a summary of the results and current market salary data. What is the next step in the review process?" This approach does not guarantee that you will get what you want. Communication cannot control another person's decision, but it ensures that your request and your value are understood. You are no longer hoping someone notices your contribution. You are presenting a business case they can evaluate. Strong communication is not about sounding powerful. It is about making it easier for people to understand, trust, and act on what you are saying. Every time you speak, people are quietly asking, does this person know what matters? Can they separate facts from feelings? Are they only pointing out a problem? Or can they move us toward a solution? This principle works outside the workplace as well. Sometimes people talk to a friend for 10 minutes, receive advice, and then become frustrated because they never wanted advice. They wanted someone to listen. A clearer opening is, I had a difficult day. I don't need advice right now. I just need you to listen for a few minutes. If you do want help, say, I have 2 options, and I want your help deciding which one carries less risk. The situation has not changed, but the order makes your need clear. It also changes difficult conversations in relationships. Accusations such as, you never think about me, or you always do this, immediately create defensiveness. A more effective version is, I want to solve one specific issue. The last 3 rent payments arrived after the due date, and I had to pay the late fee. Going forward, I need your share sent by the 28th of each month. This does not remove emotion from the conversation. It gives the other person a clear problem and a clear way to respond. Before your next important conversation, ask yourself 3 questions. What is my point? What proves it? What should happen next? If you can answer those questions before you speak, you will immediately sound clearer. You will stop burying your request under apologies. You will stop explaining every detail before people understand why it matters. And you will stop waiting for someone else to figure out your value. You do not need to become louder or more aggressive. You do not need to dominate every conversation. You simply need to stop hiding the strongest part of your thinking. Say the point, prove the point, show the next move. Great communicators are not always the most charming or confident people in the room. They simply understand that valuable information needs to appear early. They respect the listener's time, make their reasoning easy to follow, and turn conversation into action. Every time you speak, you are teaching people how seriously to take you. So stop making them search for the point. Stop weakening good ideas with unnecessary apologies. And stop confusing long explanations with strong communication. Say the important thing first. Support it with evidence. Then make the next step clear. When you change the order of your words, you change how people evaluate your judgment, your confidence, and your value.